All right, so I've had a lot of questions about file sizes, and in particular about files being too big to upload to various websites, or taking too long, or taking up too much space on accounts on websites. So I just wanted to do a quick video to show you one way that I like to deal with that. So I'd mentioned the other day in an email that a very good program for dealing with large video files is a free and open source program called Handbrake. And so I'm just going to go to a web browser and type in Handbrake. It helps if you spell it right. Type in Handbrake into your search engine, and it should be the first one that comes up, handbrake.fr. And if we click on that open source video transcoder, go ahead and open that up. You can download it here. I've already downloaded it, so I'll just go ahead and switch my screen to the other one there. But this is what the website looks like. The little pineapple logo up there. Just Handbrake. It's 1.3.1 right now. It's free. It's open source. It's available on Windows and Mac and on Linux. So whatever you're using, you should be able to use Handbrake, and it's 100% free. So I'll go ahead and switch over here to Handbrake itself. And when I do that, this is what it looks like when you originally pull it up. When you open the application for the first time, or the second time, the 1 millionth time, it looks like this. You can drag or drop a file here, the file that you want to compress, or you can go ahead and open a folder or open a particular file. Now, one thing you want to do the first time you ever use Handbrake, you want to go into the preferences down below here on the left-hand side. You want to click on preferences, and then you want to click on, I'm still there actually, it might open you up in general, but you want to click on output files. And down here towards the bottom, it says MP4 file extension. Now, I think it defaults to automatic. Regardless, if it defaults to automatic or if it defaults to always use M4V, you want to change that to always use MP4. There's nothing wrong with M4V. It's a perfectly good video file type. The video will play and everything like that, but it doesn't play as nicely as MP4 does with a lot of different sites where you might be uploading your videos. So just change that to always use MP4. Once you've done that, you don't ever need to do that again. It'll stay on that setting there. I haven't touched really any other settings there. I'm going to go ahead and open up a file here. You might lose the video for a second, but not a big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and open up a file here, one that I recently made for not so much this online instruction, but just for a different online class. And I'm not really going to touch anything here. I do want to click under format. It says MP4. That's fine. I do want to click on the little checkbox for web optimize. So I'm going to be posting it online, so I do want to optimize it for the web. I'm not going to change anything else other than I am a little bit picky about my usernames, or sorry, not usernames, file names. So I'm just making a quick change there. You can ignore that. And that should be good. Save it wherever you want to save it to. Probably it's going to default to wherever the file was that you opened, the video file. And after you do that, you click Web Optimize, you make sure the file name's whatever you want it to be. You can always change it afterwards. You're going to leave everything else exactly the same. And up here, the little green looks like a play button. It says Start Encode. I'm going to go ahead and click that. And this is a process. I'm using a pretty powerful laptop right now. It's not going to take too long. This was not that big of a video file to begin with. It does show me here time remaining. It thinks it's going to be about 3.5 minutes. Time elapsed, it's already about 20 seconds. I imagine this one here will take 4.5 minutes total. It's usually off a little bit. It was a kind of a smaller file to begin with. I'll go ahead and switch over to some files that I already have. So let's say, let me find this guy here. So let me just look at one of these here. So I had this, my video for this week, my video lecture for this week for my 176 class. Originally, before I compressed it, was 715 megabytes. And after I compressed it, it ended up being 167. So that was 167, and I lost it there. 167 and 715. So let's see here. 167 and 715. So 715 minus 167. That guy there divided by, I think it was 715. So that was a 76.6% reduction in file size. I think that's pretty good. You know, we can check some other files. Paige has some larger ones. Let me go check one of hers. I know her polar coordinate lecture was rather large. So that one there, I'll go back to the calculator in a second. That one there, originally it was a 1.25 gigabyte file, and it ended up going down after compression to 283 megabytes. So originally it was a 1.25 gigabyte file. So that was 1,280 megabytes. And then it went down to 283 megabytes. So let's check that out. Minus 283. All of that divided by 1280. Roughly the same, 77.9% reduction in file size there on a 1.25 gigabyte file. That's pretty good, especially from an open source free program that you can download on Windows or Macs or Linux or whatever it is that you're using. You know, the steps are in this video. If you need any help with that, please let me know.